So good, bad, healthy, unhealthy data for making business decisions is rampant. In this wild west of data proliferation, what can marketers do to better organize their data needs? Now that we've been watching the growth and use of intent data within DemandScience ourselves for some time now, how are you seeing its importance in planning and decision making for both marketing and sales organizations?
Yeah, Lana, I mentioned some of the surveys we've done. We did an intent data survey twice now. This is our second annual, and people have been pretty consistent that both sales and marketing professionals understand that at least, 50% of them would agree that the intent data helps prioritize. And we also see that multiple sources of intent are needed. A company's own first-party data in many cases is not robust enough to handle all that they would need for prospecting. So they need to look for other sources. And we also know that people agree that having intent data makes it 50% more likely to convert leads. So they see the value. Sometimes they can't pinpoint exactly which piece of intent data is making the difference. We can get better at that, and we help our customers with that as well, so that they know what they're getting from intent data, because that has been the argument in the past for intent, but it's certainly here to stay, and it continues to get more robust. And companies like DemandScience work to make sure that we provide differentiated pieces of the intent data story.
So good, bad, healthy, unhealthy data for making business decisions is rampant. In this wild west of data proliferation, what can marketers do to better organize their data needs?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I've been at companies where CRM data isn't as organized. There's duplication. There's a lot that has to get done, and certainly someone needs to own that from a CRM perspective. But marketers' job is to help make sure, as we mentioned, prioritize leads are clear based on the data we can append when people are coming in to our pipeline. We can provide, obviously, to our customers first-party data and third-party data for triggers to help sales know when somebody is warmer. This can mean leadership turnover, things like whether companies had acquisitions or they've had rounds of funding. And ultimately, we help also to make sure that there's clarity on what people are consuming for content. We have 600,000 sites and so many intent triggers so that we understand the signals that tell people whether, and our customers, whether or not someone's truly more in the market for buying, and multiple intent signals are better than one. And we certainly also help with research surveys. So we will ask our customers, prospects, who's in the market for a certain type of software in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months. So that also helps to understand, but we also provide something a little bit different that we can help also the prospect and the salesperson understand when someone has picked up their mobile phone to take a cold call, when they have responded to an email. Those things combined help to understand the readiness. The other thing that's important is definitely the understanding that there are buyer groups. So the B2B tech marketer for sure needs to not just look at somebody's overall lead score and their intent score as one individual, but that there's a philosophy out there that says one person at 80% intent to buy is not as good as the four buyers in the buyer group at 30, 40%. So that is certainly something that marketers need to understand more and pay attention to, and make sure that we are being relevant to the whole buyer group.
So obviously our key takeaways, we've spoken about people and the great resignation, which has led to new dynamics in the workforce with both the remote and hybrid functions, as well as campaigns. And you discussed talking about marketing across the entire funnel, which is more important than ever. And then, of course, personalization, which is key nowadays and is here to stay, as well as data and using multiple sources of quality data, which are standards, and the growth and use of intent data throughout different organizations.